Welcome back to African Historical Facts. Today we're diving deep into the incredible story of Ethiopia. This isn't your dusty old textbook version. We're talking millennia of myths, legends, powerful rulers, and a cultural heritage that has captivated the world for centuries. For over 3,000 years, Ethiopia has been this enigmatic, fascinating place. Even the Greek poet Homer thought the gods blessed Ethiopians. Later on, historians wrote about their intense piety and how they lived right next to the mythical fountain of the sun. Fast forward to the Middle Ages in Europe, and things get even wilder. European kings became obsessed with finding this legendary Ethiopian Christian king, Prester John. Believe it or not, this quest fueled the age of discovery as they started sailing down the African coast, partly hoping to connect with this mythical ruler. Now let's jump to the early 20th century. The brilliant African-American scholar W.E.B. Du Bois famously called Ethiopia the all-mother of men. And guess what? Modern science is backing him up. Some of the oldest human remains we've ever found are in Ethiopia. This ancient history is deeply intertwined with Ethiopia's fascination with the Old Testament. It seems to have really taken hold after the ancient city of Aksum, a major power in its time, started to decline. Back in the 6th century, Aksumite kings were such a force that they even led a campaign into Arabia, taking down a Jewish king who had been persecuting Christians in the city of Najran. This left a lasting impression, with Arab poets even writing about these powerful black warriors. But things shifted with the rise of Islam. Aksum lost its grip on the Red Sea trade, and the rulers started moving south. Eventually, the throne passed to the Zagwe dynasty, a group from the Cushitic people. The old Aksumite guard never really accepted them, and the influential abbots of these northern monasteries, especially Debre Damo, managed to replace the Zagwe with a king claiming descent from King Solomon. Enter the Solomonid dynasty. Now, the Zagwe weren't exactly slouches themselves. They also claimed Israelite heritage, and several of their kings are still considered saints in Ethiopia. The most famous, Lalibela, is credited with creating one of the most incredible wonders of Africa. Legend has it an angel took him to heaven and inspired him to build an entire city carved out of solid rock in the highlands of Lasta. Today, we know it as Lalibela, and you can still see 13 stunning churches hewn into the rock, an absolute testament to faith and ingenuity. It's like stepping back in time, with hidden chapels and sanctuaries where ancient traditions are still kept alive. And get this, they even stored the bodies of thousands of pilgrims there, believing they'd be preserved until the end of the world. When the Solomonid dynasty took over around 1270 AD, they did things differently. Instead of building a grand capital like Aksum or Lalibela, they had a nomadic court that moved around the country. This was a clever way for the kings to keep the powerful nobles in check, making them foot the bill whenever the court came to visit. As the Solomonids expanded their territory, they brought a lot of non-Christians under their rule. To maintain unity, Emperor Zara Yacob promoted the cult of the Virgin Mary as the new Ark of the Covenant, emphasizing her role in carrying God's presence before Christ, just like the original Ark held the tablets of the law. He even required the veneration of icons, and his court artist, Farah Sayon, created some amazing painted panels that miraculously survived a Muslim invasion in the 15th century. Fast forward to when the Portuguese, still on that hunt for Prester John, finally reached the Ethiopian court. Unfortunately, the Christian Empire faced a major threat from Muslim armies led by Ahmad ibn Ibrahim, nicknamed Gran, meaning the left-handed. things got intense. Even the son of the famous Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama lost his life in the final battle. The Ethiopians managed to pull through, but this encounter opened them up to the ambitions of the Jesuits, who were keen to convert the ancient Ethiopian church to Roman Catholicism. Emperor Susneos converted, but it almost plunged the empire into civil war, and in 1632, he had to abdicate, with his son Fascilatus kicking the Jesuits out for good. Fascilatus then established a new capital at Gondar near Lake Tana. It was a beautiful location, and many of its imperial cities, impressive castles, and churches still stand today. These Gondarine palaces were built by local and foreign craftsmen, giving them a unique architectural style. Gondar became a central trading hub, connecting the north and south. Most of the trade was in the hands of Muslim merchants who lived in their own part of the city. Gondar was also home to the Beta Israel, also known as Falasha, who claimed Jewish ancestry. These Falasha craftsmen were essential, providing skills in pottery and metalwork that Ethiopian Christians often didn't engage in. Ethiopian history is also filled with powerful women, and Empress Mentawab in the 18th century was a force to be reckoned with. Born an Oromo, she converted to Christianity when she married Emperor Bakafa. He was drawn to her beauty and hoped the marriage would improve relations with the Oromo warriors who were pushing into the empire from the south. Sadly, Bakafa's fears came true. The power of Gondar eventually weakened due to the Oromo presence and internal religious disputes, leading to a period known as the Era of the Princes, which were decades of civil war. This chaos ended in 1855 when Kasa Haile defeated his rivals and became Emperor Theodros II. He started introducing European technology, but the world was still stunned in 1896 when Emperor Menelik II achieved a famous victory against an Italian army, halting their colonial ambitions. This was a huge deal, causing a political crisis in Italy and inspiring people under colonial rule around the world. Finally, in 1930, Rastafari was crowned Emperor Haile Selassie, the last emperor of Ethiopia. His coronation sparked incredible interest, particularly among black leaders in America and the Caribbean, like Marcus Garvey, who saw it as the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. For many, especially those in the Rastafarian movement, Selassie became more than just an emperor. He was seen as divine. Even the 1974 revolution and his subsequent death didn't shake this belief for many. A belief that was famously spread globally through the music of Jamaican artists like Bob Marley. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour through thousands of years of Ethiopian history. From mythical beginnings to powerful empires and a legacy that continues to resonate today, Ethiopia's story is truly one of a kind. What did you find most fascinating about Ethiopia's history? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like this video, subscribe to African Historical Facts for more incredible stories from across the continent, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.